Former NFL offensive lineman Brian Baldinger, video breakdown and analysis of Jameis Winston's game-winning drive against the Ravens.
2:07 to go in the game. Down 24-23. You got to protect. Here we go. Nice, easy egg toss right here. Ooh, beautiful shot to Tillman for 12 yards. Then you get this up here. How about Judy on a comeback? All right, 2nd and 10. Here comes the overload right here. They're coming right at Jameis. The comeback. Judy, perfect throw. All right, 1st down. Stretches out over the yard marker. 3rd and 7. 7-man pressure. Eddie Jackson, the safety, up on the line. Roquan up on the line. Here, they're all up. Van Noy, Matabike, they're all there. All right, can Jameis get protection? Here he comes. Look at how quick he gets rid of the ball. They got a free hitter coming right at him. Perfect throw on the outside to Elijah Moore for a 1st down. All right, then you get this. What is this coverage that the Ravens are in? All right, 1:04 to go in the game. You get said Tillman right here against Eddie Jackson. Like, I don't know what's going on. There's no free safety, I guess. Just throw it over the top. But in order to do that and throw the game winner, you got to protect.
And Jacob, we had talked a couple of times. The biggest criticism I had about Deshaun Watson, there were 3 instances where he had the ball in his hands at the end of the game to win a game, and he didn't get it done. Now, we didn't show, Brian Baldinger didn't show the interception that was dropped by Kyle Hamilton. Again, bad throw, but bottom line, ball in his hands, end of the game, Winston beat the Ravens, one of the best teams in the NFL.
I told you last week on this show that I thought they were playing like the best team in the NFL, like going into that game. That's why I was a little bit terrified by it. I love watching his breakdowns, by the way. I just think the way he articulates things are really funny and enjoyable. But one of those plays that really stands out to me is the free rusher play that he throws to Elijah Moore there, where there's a guy coming free. He's not getting blocked. Nobody's there to pick him up. I've seen that play a million times this year, end in a sack. And Jameis Winston had the second quickest time to throw this week, behind only Tua, like 2.44 seconds. I think it's something like that. He understood, what's going on. Like, hey, in this biggest moment, I need to come up big. I need to make these plays, but I've got an offensive line that's kind of struggling. Wyatt Teller's knocking some rust off. DeJuan's never played left tackle in the NFL. It's been several years since he's played it at all. And, he understood, get this, get back, make my read, throw the ball, deliver it, be on time, just do my job, and we'll execute. And they ended up doing it. It was just a lot of fun. I had no doubt. I really felt confident in that final drive, and then to actually see him take that bomb after almost throwing a pick was just glorious.
And you know what? The difference was noticeable. You came out with the time to throw. You could see he just processed it quicker, understood it better. It was confident. It was on time. It was, for the most part, there were 3 or 4 throws that weren't, but on target as well.
And I think that, like, what we kind of talked about with going into that game and kind of talking about Jameis in general throughout this year was, he's going to give his guys a chance to make a play. And there's no better definition. Like, if you're like, what do you mean he's just give your guy a chance? Just let him go make a play. Go watch that David Njoku touchdown. Like, that's not a playground backfield. Like, that's not a textbook throw to this guy. That's understanding that you have a freaky athlete at the position in a mismatch situation up the seam, that he believes in his guy. And he says, I don't have a wide open guy for a touchdown here. I don't have a first down, but I have a guy that I believe in. There's some trust there, and I understand his skill set. I'm just going to give him a chance to make his money and go make a play. And he was doing that more often than not. And his wide receivers, as tight end, they all said, they all clearly appreciated the opportunities, and they made those plays, and they just executed the offense, and it worked.